Alright, we're going to do this video a bit different this time. I'm going to kind of commentate throughout the day today because I had an absolute shit show of a day. I was an unorganized mess today. I'll explain that a little later, but I was invited by a mutual friend on a massive supercar cruise that you're going to see here shortly. But my buddy Alex invited me to an event organized by Sundays Are for Supercars, a guy that I follow on Instagram. I've never met in person, Josh. I'll leave his Instagrams down below. But the day started, Alex came to pick me up in his RS3, which is an absolute monster, but that's besides the point. But Alex, whenever you're ready, I want to do a video on that car. But just to give you guys an idea, today was the fastest I've ever been in a car, and it was in Alex's RS3. The thing is an absolute animal, and it's a complete sleeper. Besides the point. So Alex picked me up early this morning in his RS3, and we headed to the meetup spot. Actually, we ran into Mark in his R8, the Tango Red R8. And when we got there, there was a ton of different variety of supercars and sleeper sedans and domestics and imports. There was just a little bit of everything, and there was quite a bit of cars. So we weren't there for very long. I barely got in a Starbucks coffee before the presence of a cop kind of dispersed everybody, and there was a lot of cars, so it was kind of a frenzy leaving the parking lot. Nobody knew which way to go. We finally figured it out anyway. So we hit the road. Needless to say, you can't really keep car guys in for too long because they get a little frantic, and thus started my shit show.
I'm sorry, don't know where to begin. Don't get these demons in my head. Please help me find the cause of it. This is the start of something. Oh baby, I've been struggling to find love 'cause they say it's within.
Can't complain.
Howdy.
So I was having a lot of audio issues. I don't know why. I have this new setup where, actually, I'll show you real quick. So as you can see, it's a very big footprint, and the RS3 window is very narrow. So I was having a lot of issues going in and out, keeping it stable. It was the first time I used this setup to get those kind of rolling shots. And audio was just not happy. It was very windy. We were going really fast, and things just weren't working out. So anyway, first kind of pit stop, we ended up in a Marathon gas station, and just a congregation of, I think it was like 70, 80, possibly 90 cars overtook this gas station completely. You couldn't even get in to get gas if you wanted to. That's how packed this gas station was.
Through the cracks in the pavement, fresh kicks and my favorite jeans, stepping out, living loud and free, walking around like a brand new melody. Hear me when I'm singing that. Oh, 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 and it keeps getting better.
But we didn't stay very long. A couple guys got some drone shots of all the cars lined up at the gas station, and then we headed out.
It only gets better. Oh, 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 and it keeps getting better. It only gets better. Hello to this happiness, living life with the volume up to 10. See the world through my sunshine glasses. Nothing that can bring me down.
So we headed to our final destination, which was a country club, a golf course of some sorts, and we all kind of ended up there.
It only gets better. And it keeps getting better. It only gets better. Oh, 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 oh. And it keeps getting better. It only gets better. It only gets better.
So yeah, absolute shit show. As you can see, the footage just was not stable. I just had such a hard time keeping it stable. It was such a big footprint out of a narrow window, like I said. But there was just so many cool cars not to post this video. Very difficult keeping the camera steady. There's a lot of weight added to it, and it was my first time kind of using the handle with the cage. That in combination with the narrow window of an RS3 it just wasn't happening. And also the wind was unplugging my microphone, and I was having flashbacks to losing my wind diffuser. It's just not a good time today. So yeah, in combination with all of that, plus everybody just pedal to the floor, and the RS3 being so wicked fast, it was hard to stabilize everything. So apologies for the shitty footage. So many setbacks, a lot of variables today that just messed everything up for me personally. But lucky for me, I do learn best from my failures. So much like the current state of the world, I'll take what I learned today, and I'm sure it'll only get better.
It only gets better.
And needless to say, I think quarantine had a lot of people itching to go because it was just pandemonium. Probably not the correct term to use right now, but everybody